Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, February 21st, 2020. As you can see, the sun is out today. It's nice to see, makes a big difference, I can tell you. Just even for like your state of mind, it is much nicer. So we're going to jump into topic really quickly today. Well, first, before we jump into topic, of course we have to, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be going over everything, all the latest and the greatest of what is happening around the world and all the craziness that's going on, and what you can do to be as ready as you possibly can be for that. So we're going to talk about all that tonight, okay? So please join me at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for that. So I want to go over really quickly today and talk about the economic impact of everything that has happened. And I think a lot of people are not taking that into consideration. And I think it's really important, because there's always that trickle-down effect, or like the ripples in a pond when you throw a stone in a pond and it ripples out and it disrupts everything else as far as the water goes and stuff. There's little Miss Molly. We'll show you her. She's over here saying hello. What's going on there, little girl? So you have everything that's happening. You have, people are not working. What? Hi, baby. You a good girl? Yes. Sorry, guys. My cats and stuff always come first. Oh. I think she wants to go in. She has been getting more lazy and staying inside much more. Spoiled. She used to be outside constantly, and more she's like, yeah, you know what, I'll just stay in the house. So anyway, economically, what is happening, again, what people don't realize is how many of our goods come from China. How much of our products that we, because we don't produce them, they come there. Different parts and stuff, all those different things are made in China. And when you have a disruption in that, it is going to affect everything. So people need to think about that. And it is, it's a situation that, what? What are you doing? It's a situation that's definitely going to have an impact on the United States no matter what. Disruption of services as far as what we're getting in. Because if they're not making it, then it is definitely not going to be, in stock. And so there's definitely going to be shortages. And so people need to be prepared for that as well. Different things that you need, that you use on a regular basis, I would absolutely recommend stocking up on those as well. Because just like I said, we don't know how bad, how bad things are in China for real, not what we're being fed. Again, I talked about it the other day, I think in my live stream, and there is a young lady that goes to school with my daughter, that is Chinese. And her sister had gone over to China to meet a young man that she knows over there. And so they had gotten together. This was before everything really broke out and got let loose and got crazy. But, they're in contact with him, and he's still alive, but several of his relatives are dead. And so he is saying, to them, the things are much worse that are being portrayed through the government and on TV and all that type of stuff. So things are much worse over there than we're being told. So again, economically, this is going to have a huge impact on everything here in the United States. Because I want you to think, let's say you have a company. I'm just going to give an example. You have a company, and let's say you make transistor radios. I'm going to use that as an example. So you make transistor radios, and what happens is 3 of the parts that you need to make your transistor radios comes from China, from one of the factories there. And those factories are not working right now. They're shut down. And so what happens? How are you going to continue to make those parts? Or get the parts to continue to make the rest of your product. And I don't care if the rest of the product is made in the United States, because of the fact that those parts are not, it's going to affect that company. So that's just like one example of how things are going to happen. I read something that said that the economic impact from the coronavirus, like so far, is $1.1 trillion so far. I believe that that's going to get a lot worse. And then again, this is my opinion. And so, that's something that we need to be paying attention to as well. I have been encouraging people to prepare. I've been encouraging people to get ready. I've talked about getting your medical supplies and all the other things that you need now, because if there's a disruption, which there's absolutely going to be, you're going to have a period where you're not going to be able to get the different things that you need. So you better have those things, in stock right now. And so, but that is something that I want you guys to think about, and think about how overall this is going to affect, like I said, a lot of things, not just the Chinese people, but us here in the States and everything else as well. So we need to be paying attention to those things. So I definitely want to hear your feedback on it. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that topic. What do you think? I mean, how bad is the economic impact going to be here in the States? I want to hear your feedback on that. I do want to remind people that my sale on my website for the freeze-dried food with Legacy Freeze-Dried Food is going to be ending on Sunday. So your chance to save 20%, your time is running out. So if you're still interested in doing that, please go to my website at preppernurse1.com. You want to hit on the store. Once you get there, it drops down and you will see Legacy Foods. Click on that. The 20% will come off at checkout, okay? So a couple things I want to remind you about the Legacy Foods. It is GMO free, number one. It is the largest portion size of any of the other competitors. So if you're comparing price and maybe another competitor is a little bit cheaper, with the portion size, if you did just by portion size, Legacy is right there price-wise. So I want you to think about that as well. I know myself, being somebody that's not petite, I like to eat, so my portion size compared to somebody else's would be quite different. So I like the fact that they have the larger portion sizes. So anyway, just saying that so you guys know. And like I said, that sale will be ending Sunday, midnight West Coast time. There's one of the roosters there. I think that might be Goliath. Let's see if he's out. Somebody's out there. I don't see which one. I don't. So, well, he's got to be out there. I think that had to be him. But anyway, so that is what is going on. They like to talk. But so anyway, so that's what's happening here at the homestead. I got the fire going, as you can see up here. And like I said, it's warmer today. So when I say warmer, what is it? I just got home a little while ago. It's 28 degrees. But the sun is out, which makes it feel much, much nicer. And then after today, we're having a stretch of about 4 or 5 days where the highs are going to be in the 40s every day. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Yeah, he's over there talking. He's got to be out. I just don't see him. But he's letting his presence be known. He usually gets up on the sawhorses and stands up on them and talks when he's on there, which is pretty funny. But anyhow, I did want to let you guys know too, a lot of people have been asking for updates on my mom. And so I wanted to give you an update of what is going on. Mom's had a pretty rough winter, and she has been sick quite a bit, actually. And so we have been talking, and so if you guys remember, behind the solar panels, I put all that stone in there last year in anticipation of my sister getting something in there and in place. Well, what it's going to look like now, and that's Foghorn Leghorn up there. He's up on top of the box. He's the one crowing. So, but anyway, what it's looking like now, Mom has decided she wants to move back up here. So she wants to get a camper and get a camper up here. And what we're going to do is, let me walk over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can see the stone behind the panels. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to get her a camper and put the camper back in here, back it in. And then we're going to end up building like a lean-to type of thing over the top of it to help protect it from the weather. So she's not getting direct weather on top of that camper. So there's no snow going to get on there, and it's not going to be able to rain and damage the camper when we get that for her. So what we're going to be looking at is next month, we're going to go, there's a place that I know where a gentleman has campers, and we're going to go and check that out and see what we can get for her, and we're going to go from there. So it's looking like Mom is actually going to move to the homestead now. She's been with my sister for the last couple of years, and she kind of wants her own place and her own privacy, which I totally understand that. And then this way I can be right here for her as well, which is important to me. You know, that she's either with myself or my sister. And because Mom is going to be 77 this year, I believe. So she'll be 77 in July. So she's not getting any younger. And she even said to me today, because she came over today and we had lunch, she said, you know what, she goes, I can feel myself, I can't go like I used to. She goes, this winter's been rough on me. And so, you know, we're going to get her so that she can be comfortable up here and she has her own little place, and we're going to go from there. But so that's what's happening with that. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I encourage you, and I will continue to encourage you guys, continue to get ready the best way that you can. Again, way too many unknowns with what is going on around the world. But, you know, just if you want to just look at it from the economic standpoint, that alone is going to be bad. Okay, so you know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. When you have interruption in services, even for a short period of time, which has already been longer than a short period of time, you know, things are not going to get better right away. It's going to take time. And that's if things get better. So, you know, again, prep now, get ready. I absolutely encourage you to do that, and I will continue to encourage you to do that. Get whatever you want to get canned goods, you know, get whatever kind of food and water and juices and drinks and pop and candy or whatever you like, you know, get it all in place now, because, you know, if we need to shelter in place, if that becomes a reality, it's going to be a rough haul if you're not prepared. Okay, so anyway, I will see you all tonight at 8 o'clock for the live stream. Also, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about and that we love every single day how we feel. Okay? So that's important as well. Remember, guys, also STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. That's it. I'm going to kick this around so you can see how the wind is starting to pick up. And it's making it very chilly out here, so I'm going to get off of here. Remember, guys, the only one that can stop you from succeeding is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you will be fine. I will talk to you all later, and I will see you tonight. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.